Hey everybody, let's talk about some ending silent letters today. I hope you've already seen my beginning silent letters. If you haven't, it's a great review. You can go ahead and check that out. But for today, let's do a little bit of learning on ending silent letters. We're going to be looking at LF, LK, LM, MB, and GN today. So if you already saw my other video, then this is a review, but what are our silent letters? And they are letters that you can't hear when you say a word, but they are there when you write the word. There's not really rules for them. You just have to learn them. They can be problematic, but it's really important. There's a big difference between certain words if you leave off the silent letter. Okay. So I've told you before that these are also known as ghost letter digraphs, and that's because we know a digraph is two letters, one sound. And that's the same for this. So we have two letters here, but one of them is silent. So it's still just making that one sound. The ghost swallows it up, takes it, and we silent. And so we don't hear the one sound. So it's still called a ghost digraph. Mixing my words up there. Okay. So let's take a look at some of them. We have a lot of different silent letters. Remember, we're just looking at ending ones today, but some of our silent letters are MB, GN, and MN. We're not looking at RH, which is like rhino, or GH, ghost. Previously, we did talk about WR and KN. But just remember, silent letter is included when you are writing it. We just don't say it. Okay, so let's take a look at our first ones here. And so this one kind of does have a rule for us to kind of remember. So we're looking at that silent L. And silent L follows vowels A, O, and U. And when that happens, the L is silent. So we have words like calf, salmon, chalk, and yolk. Do you hear how we never heard the L sound in those? And when we check, I'm looking, I see an A, an A, an A, and an O. So it did follow our rule that it is silent. Okay. Now I want you to pay close attention. So follow me right up here, because we know that LK can also be an ending blend. So, like in the word milk, I can hear both of those. That's a blend, two letters, and it has each of the sounds are blended together. Milk, milk. I can hear each of those sounds. Oh, but Acuff, you just told me that LK was a ghost digraph. What is going on? I could hear it. But it didn't have A, O, or U. So if it's I or E, it's going to make that sound. Now look over here. We have yolk. It has an A, an O, or a U. Yep, it has the O, so it makes that silent, yolk. So that's a way for you to remember it. I know it gets so tricky. There's so many rules in English. It's hard to keep track of them, but this is a rule to help you. So if it's silent, and always remember my pro tip, if you try something and it doesn't sound right, try it again. Remember, there's so many different rules, but change your vowel sound, look for a blend, look for a digraph, look for something that you know that you can try if what you said doesn't make sense. Reading has to make sense, so make that your first priority. Okay, I just have to keep moving myself all over. Okay, here are just some examples of silent L. We have calf, talk, walk, salmon, chalk, yolk, almond, calm. We kind of talked a little bit about those on the other page. Okay, let's look at silent B. Okay, silent B occurs after M, but before T. It's a lot to remember, right? Okay. So I'm taking a look. I see an M, so I know it's going to be silent. So lamb, lamb. Okay, see I see the M, so I know it's going to be silent. Thumb. Okay, now here's the T. Okay, I know that it's before, so it's going to be silent. Det. And then I see the M, so I know it's going to be silent. Bomb. Okay, so silent B is after an M, before a T. If you can kind of remember MT, I like to think of mountain time. That is a way that you can remember it. Okay, here are some words that have it. We have crumb, bomb, thumb, numb, climb, tomb, lamb, subtle, doubt, debt, limb. So we have quite a few. Okay, we're back to GN. Okay, remember last time we talked about GN can be at the beginning. It can also be at the end, but the G is silent. G is silent. So we learned it could be like gnat or like sign. So it's used at both the beginning or the end. It's one of the very, very few ones that we can kind of use in different places. So be careful with it. Here are some examples. We have like gnome, foreign, align, sign, campaign, cologne, design, champagne, resign, assign. A lot of them sound very, very similar. So kind of keep that in mind. Oh, and that is the end of our ending silent letters. So for me, you will get some application on how we can use ending silent letters, either in a game or some kind of an application piece. So be looking for that from me. But remember, our ghost digraphs are silent letters. And even though we don't say them, we do want to write them. And we want to make sure that we're being effective and efficient decoders. So thanks for joining me today and learning a little bit more about ending silent letters. I'll see you soon.